Hey guys, welcome back. So in our last lecture, we have seen that how to create page object classes. Like for home pages, we have created a home page class and constructor, locators, and action method. Similarly, we also created registration page class, and then the same we created constructor, locators, all the locator that belongs to this registration page, and also the action class for each and every locators, right? So in this lecture, we're going to see how to create test classes. Okay, so to create our test classes, we're going to use our source test folder. We're going to use source test Java, this folder. Okay, inside that we have already one package. It's called Codenbox, right? So let's I'm going to rename this. So to rename this, refactor and then rename. So test some modification homepage, not this one. So click on refactor, rename. Yes, okay. So here, that's right. So Codenbox dot, let's give a name of the package is called test cases. Test cases. Okay. Test cases. This is a I'm going to add this one, make a new package, test cases, so that we know this. So I mean, Codenbox, it's a common, the package name. So we added test cases. Okay. Okay. And now inside this, you can delete the other one. Let's delete this one. Now let's refresh. Why it didn't delete? Refresh. Okay, so here underneath this Codenbox test cases, this is our new package. So inside this package, we're going to create our test cases. Okay, let's create a class, new class, and then I will give a name. It's called registration. So registration test. Okay, click finish. Okay, so inside the registration test class, we're going to, so this is our actual test class. You see this, we're creating a test class separate than our page object classes. Here, let's create a method that will be related with our driver, like initialize driver, the common things we do, maximize the window, we implicitly include the implicitly wait, and so on. Okay, so we'll say public void. Let's give a name. I would say setup method, whatever you say, setup method or base method, so let's give a name that's something like that, setup method, because those whole method is related belongs to setup, the initial steps, or drive and initialize. You can give it whatever the name you choose. Okay, and we'll say web driver, the initialized web driver equals to, we're going to create an object of our Chrome driver, right? New Chrome driver, new. So assume that we're going to run our test cases in Chrome browser. So Chrome driver, Chrome driver. Okay, and hover your mouse, imports. If you see Control Shift say O. Okay, so when you do Control Shift O, you will see related packages already imported, right? And then what do you want to do? So we'll say driver dot your common things we do, right? So a driver dot, let's say manage. We want to say, hey, driver manage what? Manage, say delete all cookies. We want to delete all cookies. So driver dot manage, say implicitly what we can add, the times out dot implicitly wait. So implicitly wait, pass the your parameter duration dot off seconds, right? Off seconds, you can say off seconds. So let's add a duration of, the 5 seconds. So this is your global weight that will apply each and everywhere where we are using a find elements driver.find elements. Okay. And then let's, what else? And after that, we're going to launch our application, right? So we'll say driver dot get. So get what would be the URL? So let's go to our application. So application, let's go here. Home page. Let's close this one. Let's go to this one. This is the home page up until here. Okay. tutorialninja.com/demo. Okay, this is the home page. And after that, we want to maximize the window, right? Driver.get, driver.max manage.max window, right? Window, and then dot window.max, right? So to maximize. So this is the initialization, right? So this is the first thing so you have to do before you start our testing. So we want to run this method before any test case get executed. So let's use this one as an annotation. It's called before class, right? So we want to execute this method before it's execute any other methods like test method, right? So that's why we're using a before annotation, before class annotation from our TestNG. Okay, we have covered TestNG, a separate session. So please go through. If you don't know this what is TestNG, how it works, please, I would say, go through those TestNG classes and then come to in this over here. So you see this, that's why the reason why we create a separate class and session for TestNG page objects, so that each and every the component you understand separately. Then over here, when you're going to build a framework, you can understand the application. Okay, select over here, add TestNG library, and then hover your import before class annotation. Okay, so, and after that, let's do one thing. We're going to, because we have to use this, let's make this driver variable over here as a global variable. Okay, let's do this. So let's make it this one public web driver. Okay, so make this web driver, this driver as a global variable. In that case, we don't need anymore this driver because we already declare here, right? So now this driver is a global variable. So it will initialize the Chrome driver, and then it has and this is the driver has the knowledge about the Chrome driver. So it is now global variable. So we can use this driver which has the knowledge about the Chrome driver exe file, and can be used in enter your class or any other classes across your project. Okay, now let's go to our now we're going to create our test cases, the method related with the test cases. So let's give a name. So to create a method that is going to be actual for test cases, give a name. It's called test annotation, as test, right? And then use as let's start here, give a name, I would say, what the name? Okay, public void, let's say verify underscore registration, right? Or sign up, whatever you say. So this is the method, test case method, that will we're going to use to write our script for the test case, pure test case. Okay, hover your mouse, input the package related with that. You can see import TestNG annotation. Don't use JUnit. Okay, make sure you input the right package. otherwise you will get an error. Now what's our the first things first things, let's go to the application again. So this is our home page. In this home page we need to click on my account, and then we have to click on register, right? So this to locator is belongs to home page, right? So we have a home page class. We have a home page class over here where this to locator is belongs to, we have created. And for this locator, this is the my account, this is the register, the link or object. We have a relevant method, and this method we already use the apply the click. So it's always, this is the my account link, and we'll apply the click. So in this action, it's already underneath this method. So if we just call this method, it will do that. It will land on the home page, and it will click on them. It will find this my account, and then we'll click up there, right? Similarly, and it will find the register button, and we'll click up there, right? So this is the two method we need in our test cases. And where this two method, this two methods belongs to home page. So if we want to call any method from a different class, how can we call? Easy. We can call those method if we create an object of this class. So for home page, from this home page, we're going to create an object over here. First things, okay, to create an object of a class, we use new class name, and then what you put over here a variable. Let's put an object reference for this object. So say example HM, and then return type would be your class name, right? The class name. And hover your mouse, import the package, where this home page class, it's in a page object package, right? So it will come over here. And now still you can see there is an error. So if you hover, you can see, let's read the error. It's saying that add argument to match home page WebDriver. It's saying that we have to pass an argument to this home page over here. The reason why, if you just control, and if you just open, go to this method over here, you can see this home page method, this class, we have a constructor. This is the constructor. As I said, when you create an object of a class, and if that class have a constructor like that, your constructor will get automatically called by default as soon as you create an object of this class. So since we create an object over here, we create an object of that home page, and this home page class, we have a method, a constructor. That's why in this constructor method, we have a variable. We declare a driver variable. So it's saying that, since this method get called automatically or by default, we have to pass a actual value for this driver. So this is the way we can initialize this local driver through our actual driver. So for this variable, we have to pass an argument in our test case over. That's what we said. So we're going to pass this driver variable over here. Okay, so this driver will go to over here. So because this method will call, and then that driver will assign to this driver. This driver is a null driver. It doesn't have any live. It doesn't have any knowledge about the actual Chrome driver. But this driver have the knowledge about the actual Chrome driver. So this is the live driver, has the knowledge about the Chrome driver. So this will assign to here. So now this driver have the knowledge about the Chrome driver exe file. So now and this will assign to this driver, and this driver is nothing. This is the global driver, and this driver is using everywhere, right? Using everywhere. So this is the way your home page class will initialize by the actual driver. Okay, that was the reason why we create the constructor. I hope that is clear now. Okay, so first things first we did. So now we can use the object reference of this home page to call any method. So let's call homepage dot, what's the call? The first things we need to call click my account, right? Because over here we have to click on up there. So this locator, and we have to click. So for this one, we already did this part, right? So this click my account. So control, you can see if you go there, this is the click my account coming from your home page. And this is all about the locator of this my account and then click. So or if we click call this method, automatically this will be click on this my account, right? Easy, it's done. Okay, go here, like test over here, right? Simple. And next things we have to do again, what's the next one? Click on the register. So again, call the click register method. Simple, is done, right? So through this is clicking. Okay, click on my account object. Okay, and this is clicking on register object, right? This is click on it. So that's what we need, right? So after we clicking on the register, let's see what happened. So this two action is done by click on this register. Then it will take to us in this page. Okay, let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, let's see it's working or not. We'll see, Control Shift, make sure you save it, and the right click, run is TestNG. Okay, invoke the browser. Okay, here you can see it was very quick, but it's landed to the register page because it's went to the land to the home page, then click on the register, then it's came to over here. So it's working, and you can see the output also. It's run, one test case is passed, there is no failure. Okay, looks good. So we're good up until that. And this is the way, when you write a code, your test cases, after you do a little bit, and then execute your code, run your script, and see this whether it's working or not. So that, don't wait to finish the whole test cases and then run it, and you will see this, few number of places you will find a bug or a problem, right? Other than finish one little part, run it, and make sure it is good up until that part. Okay. So now we landed to the registration page. Now we have to call all the elements for first name, last name, email, and the relevant method, right? So where this all the element locators and the method for this registration account registration page, we have a registration page. Here is the registration page. Here we have all the locators for the registration page and relevant method, right? First name, set last name, email. So we have to call this method. To call this method again, where this method belongs to in this page, registration page. So again, we'll do the same thing now. Same we did for home page. Exactly the same thing we'll repeat. We'll create an object of registration page and pass the driver again, because registration page also have the constructor that expect it a web element or web driver variable, right? So, and then put it over here. I would say RG. Let's give a name variable RG, and the return type would be same, right? Hover your mouse, input the package for the registration, and good. Now use the RG dot. For the first things you have to call the method related to enter the name, like first name, right? You will find over here all the method, like we created all the method. You can see set first name, you can see set first name. Okay, set first name. So if you call this method, so let's see what's their method is. So this is the method, right? Set first name, and this method it will call in our registration test. And this method we have a variable, same like constructor we had a variable. So my first name, so this is just a variable. So when you call this method, we have to pass argument or actual value to replace or assign to this variable. So that value can assign, will pass through the sendKeys method in this locator, right? So let's pass a argument. Let's pass an argument in our test case over here. Okay. Okay, let me show both of the page side by side. So this is our test cases, registration test. Okay, and this is the registration page. So you will easily able to see how it's working. So here, so we call our registrations, RJ object is set first name. And if you say where is the method, this is the set first name, right? This is the method. So in this method, we have a variable, like we declare variable. So here we need to pass the actual variable about the first name. Okay, let's pass a variable, whatever you would say. So I will pass a variable over here, the actual argument or name. So first name is Justin. Okay, and this Justin will assign to here, will go here. My first name will be assigned by the Justin, so my first name is now it's Justin, and this Justin will be entered to this locator. So this is the way it's working, right? So same way, let's use the next method, which is called the set last name. So rg dot, you can say set last name, same thing, enter. So this method will call over here, and then enter the last name here. Okay, so last name, I would say, let's use the last name, it's Bieber, so Justin Bieber. Okay, and then what's the next? Rg dot, same way we'll call each and every method. Then email address, let's set email address, set email, and then pass the email address. Okay, whatever the email address you have, you can say test xyz, whatever you say, xyz at Codenbox, whatever the email address you want to pass. Okay, and then I think so it would be what any email address you'll go, it will take it. So since it's the demo application, so there will be no validation for the email. And then what's the next? rg, let's see, dot, after the email, what's the next one you have to pass? So you can see set email, then it's a telephone number, set telephone. You find set telephone. Okay, let's pass a telephone number and a string. So it is a string, even though telephone number, it's an integer value, but you can pass your integer as a string, right? So let's 3 4 5 6 7 8, it's a dummy value. Okay, and then next is rg dot, what's the next one? It's first name, last name, email, telephone, and then a password, right? So the next one is the password. You can see here is a password, set password. You find the method name, set password. Okay, let's pass a password. Also, it has also argument, you can see my pass. So in my pass, so let's give a password, whatever the password, say abc, maybe like just mix the alphanumeric, abc 3 4 5 6 9, whatever. Okay, and then rg dot, you have to, there's a recon after the password, there is a set confirm password. In that case, you have to pass exactly the same password, because you can see the variable is both are same. Okay, because it is a reconfirm, that your actual password, and that you are reconfirming the same password, right? And then after that, rg dot, you can say, what's the next one after the confirm password? There's a check policy. So call the method check policy. You can see check policy, and there is nothing to do over here. It will already click up there. And then rg dot, oh sorry, where did I click? Okay, rg over here, rg dot, next one is click to continue button, right? Click to continue button, click continue. So it will call this method, and this will happen. It will click on the continue button, right? And after that, after we click on continue, let's go again, application. So all the fields been created, it's been set, right? Entered, and then it was a check off the policy, then click on continue, and then it will show the confirmation message. So we have a code here. We have a there is a method related for the get confirmation method, right? So let's call the get confirmation method rg dot get confirmation, right? Get confirmation method. And what will do this method? This method will return, will grab the text. You can say will grab the text and it will return to this method. So this method will have the update, or it will have the return value as the text, right? So what you can, so now we can do some validation. Okay, so this will return, so this will return the message, like confirmation message will return confirmation msg message. Okay, let's put this one in a variable so that we can compare, we can do some validation. We'll say this variable is, we'll say actual, so we'll say actual message msg, and then it will be returned, it would be a string, right? So this actual variable will have the confirmation message, right? Confirmation message. And then now we can add some validation, do some validation. We can say if, let's see, if this actual message dot equal signal case, so we can use the equal signal case so that, you know, we can do a value when we're going to do a validation, we'll compare so that, you know, uppercase lowercase doesn't make any difference. Okay, so if this actual message equal signal case, what we're expecting, it will want to compare what's the message name, what's supposed to message is this is the one, this is the message supposed to. So if the actual message, this variable, it's a match or equal signal case, if it match this with this, then that time we can pass it, do a validation. We can say, let's do it. Now close this one. Now let's do a validation. And then if it's a match, if this to match, then we'll say sr dot sr equals, you can see. Okay, sr dot sr equals, or sr dot sr true, we'll say sr true. Okay, sr dot sr true, we'll say true, so it's expect a true, this one, and then it's supposed to true. So this will do the validation. So if this actual message, this message equals to this, if this match, then it will get inside the if block, and it will say, we're saying that sr true. So this is coming from assertion from TestNG features, right? So we use sr true, which is sr true always expect true. So it should, if we say sr true equals to true, it will be passive test cases. It will confirm that pass. And if it doesn't match, let's add a else block. Else, okay, we'll say, let's put a syst out first. We'll print something. We'll say test failed, or test didn't match. Okay, didn't match, or let's say, we'll say it didn't match, test failed. Okay, so this will print this message, and then we can say sr, we can use sr dot, you know, fail. Okay, clear? So this will return again, this will return the confirmation method, confirmation message. So we put in a variable, so this variable have this confirmation method, will have the confirmation method, then we use the if. So we're seeing that confirmation, this is the actual confirmation method, value, equal signal case is comparing with this is the expected hour. So your account has been, so this is the expected message, and this will get the actual one. So if this both match, it will come to over here, it will say that this sr true, it's true, so it's pass. Otherwise, if this actual message doesn't match with this expected one, it will come to the else block, and it will print first didn't match, test fail, and then it will do the fail. It will consider the message, your test cases is failed by the assert.fail method. Okay, save it. Now you can run it. Let's run it. Run as TestNG. Okay, invoke the browser. You can see it's added. So you can see your account has been created. Here we go. Congratulations, right? So we can see this, it shows, so it should pass because this is exactly the same message, the text message we used over here. So you can see your account has been created, right? So in that case, it should pass. So you can see run one and passes one. There's no failure. And if you go to here in the TestNG's, the report here result, and you can see this is the default test, and this is your package test cases, and then dot registration test, and inside this test cases registration test. Okay, and this is your actual method, the test method, right? So I need to pass. Okay, this is the way you can write your test cases separate, and you can inherit, you can call your method from your page object to in your test cases. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.